There's a great old story about Sam Snead, the great Sam Snead. Somebody asked him in a clinic one time, says, how do you get backspin on the golf ball? Sam asked him, do you hit the ball past the hole? He goes, no. He says, why do you need backspin? There's this message there. Most amateurs don't hit the golf ball to the hole or past the hole. They don't have the right club. Here's a product that's going to help you do that. If you know how far you hit a golf ball, you can sit there with all the technology out there, the lasers, the GPSs, the yardage numbers on the sprinkler heads, the yardage posts, anything that's out there that's going to help you know the yardage you're hitting a shot, or you need to hit your shot. Here's a product that's going to be able to find out exactly what your club is. Take that part out of the memory. The game's hard enough. You don't need to put it even harder when you don't know how far you're hitting your golf clubs and you think you hit it farther than you do. When you know exactly how far you hit it, you go ahead and you know what club to hit. So I encourage anybody to get out there, find somebody who can get your distance fitting done for you. Get out there and play with this, see how much better it is. Then all of a sudden you're going to start getting a little bit better and go, okay, now how do I get even more better? Then you go back to that same PGA Pro and say, hey, Pro, here's what I've done. This distance fitting done's helped me a bunch, but now I've noticed I do this, 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 and this. What can we do to get better? Get engaged in the game. When you're sitting there giving yourself the best chance to play your best every single time, the game becomes much more fun. I really like the process. It was quick. It really was pretty quick. It's 5 balls per. Get a good number in there. Take a look at it, and go from there. I see anybody that's going to be actually on the golf course starting to play is going to be able to do that, and that goes from the player we first put on the golf course after developing some skills, all the way up to my best playing juniors. I mean, I think that anytime you can take a element out of the game, especially for a great player, anytime you can take that one element out of the game they don't have to think about, then that allows them to focus on what needs to be thought about on the golf course. Anytime you have to write, I used to do this with my wedges. I used to just go put it on an Excel spreadsheet. I print the spreadsheet, I put it on the back of my shaft, put a piece of tape on it. Well, I'd have to go replace that every however many rounds. Or if what happens, sometimes at one time I got caught in a tournament and it was raining and I get down there and everything's smeared. The same thing happens on a bag tag. What happens if the bag tag falls off? You get to that point. So again, that goes out to that point that everybody's got the lasers now. Everybody thinks they're a tour player. And that's not saying anything bad, but I mean, those tools are out there to help speed up play. And if they don't use a laser and they've got the yardage plate right there, they take a look at it, say the yardage plate, and they understand what wind's going to do downwind or into the wind into them, or crosswind. They can pull out a club already. They know what club to pick. They don't have to go through that thinking process. It's just right there. I said anything I think on the golf course you can take out of that thinking process so that you're so much more focused on the shot you're going to hit, the trajectory you want to hit, and the target you're trying to hit, then you're going to be better off. If you get it down to those 3 things, the game becomes really simple. But that's the beauty of this game too. There's so many complications to it. You got to try and find a way to simplify it.